What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Rockets Daily, brought to you by Fan Arch. My name is David Delano. Go ahead and subscribe with us so that you'll be here for the journey on opening day. And we're going to go ahead and wrap up what happened with the Rockets on Monday night. Opened up the preseason against the Atlanta Hawks at the Toyota Center. Gave a prediction on that on yesterday's episode, and we're going to go ahead and talk about that game last night. But like I said, go ahead and leave any comments that you like here for Rockets Daily. Looking forward to a long journey ahead. And start off, it's just preseason, but still want to put a prediction on each game against the spread for what it is. And we took the Rockets yesterday, -3, 3-point favorite, and the Rockets handled business, opening up the preseason with a 122-113 win over the Atlanta Hawks. Just preseason, but great to see guys getting on the court. You had Kristaps Porzingis started for the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young started, got 18 minutes over there. So, and as far as that goes, now leading the Rockets in minutes was Amen Thompson, and then you had Jabari Smith Jr. was a second with 23 minutes. Talk about that a little bit. Amen Thompson, 11 points in the starting lineup there. He had a plus-minus, which was even. Now, leading the starters overall was Şengün with 19 points to go along with 6 assists and 5 rebounds. Şengün, though, went 7 for 7 from the free throw line and 2 for 2 from three-point range. Overall, nice thing to see was that the Rockets did overall shoot well from the three. Now, Kevin Durant did not play. Not really a big deal at this point in the season. Although, I did see some people on social media who were pulling up, hoping that Kevin Durant would be making his debut. And it was only announced. It was announced less than 2 hours before game time. So, a little bit tough if you were expecting Kevin Durant to be there in attendance. But still, even without Durant, well, it's positive to see a 9-point victory without Durant. Rockets last season, 3-point shooting was an issue, especially compared to, we mentioned second on all the teams that qualify for the postseason, not including the play-in. Rockets were the second lowest 3-point shooting team in the NBA last year amongst those who made the playoffs. And 14 for 34 in the opener, 41.2%. We had talked about J.D. Davison the episode before. As far as 3 years in the Celtics organization, big opportunity for him now. As a point guard, someone who is a MVP and a champ at the G League level. Really, one weakness though just has been his 3-point shooting. But yesterday, 5 for 7 from 3-point range, definitely encouraging. Aaron Holiday struggled a little bit shooting wise, 2 for 12 from the floor overall. Reed Shepherd saw some solid action in the starting lineup as well. 19 minutes for Reed Shepherd. For what it's worth, not to get crazy with the analytics and things, but just for what it is, Reed was the only Rocket in the starting lineup though with a negative plus-minus. Had a plus-minus of -6 overall in the opener. But for you guys out there, any particular takeaways that you saw in this preseason opener from the Rockets side? Did like we saw from Şengün playing even with Steven Adams a little bit there. Steven Adams had a big game. Went 4 for 4 from the floor with 8 points. Overall, team shot 48.1% from the floor and 30 for 35, just under 86% from the charity stripe. So Rockets had a pretty substantial advantage there in the way the NBA is in so many times. Get to the line more, you shoot better from 3-point range. It's ultimately going to decide a lot of contests. One battle that the Rockets did not win here was the turnover battle. Houston had 19 turnovers in this opener compared to 13 for the Atlanta Hawks. Amen Thompson led the way overall with 4 turnovers. Reed Shepherd with 3 turnovers. And then Aaron Holiday with 3 turnovers to go along with another 3 for Steven Adams. So as we looking forward to what's next, at the Toyota Center again on Wednesday, October 8th. Houston Rockets hosting the Utah Jazz. Will we see Kevin Durant in this one? I am expecting Kevin Durant to be going, as this is going to be the final game at the Toyota Center, final preseason game at the Toyota Center for the Houston Rockets. Don't exactly have a line out on this game at the time of recording, but we will make sure to get a prediction in for that one before. Let me know in the comments out of you guys out there. How many of you watched the preseason opener? How many of you just skimmed the highlights? How many of you didn't watch it at all? Maybe this is your recap on it. But overall, very, very dominant effort for Şengün. We saw a lot of different guys get in action in this one. Like J.D. Davison, a guy that can really have someone that's not really been talked about too much. Obviously, coming over after those years at the G League level with the Boston Celtics, and now he's someone that could potentially really push the guys in the backcourt and really be a valuable asset with some minutes here. Now he's got his 3 years in the NBA, so he definitely showed some positives. He had a plus minus on the analytical side of a plus 13. So outside of Şengün, overall had the most impressive game over there for J.D. Davison. Clint Capella was worked in nicely as well when he was in there. So a lot of encouraging things from the Rockets backcourt and front court. Anything in particular that stood out to you? Anything that you loved? Anything that you didn't love? Once again, this is Rockets Daily, brought to you by FanArch. My name is David Delano, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.